Hello, my name is Kayla Schapp, and I'm going to be talking to a local group today about free-range farming and why it matters that we select our meat from animals that are raised on an organic or free-range farm instead of a confinement type of farming. I'm also going to discuss the benefits of it for us and the animals. So today I'll be talking about confinement farming. Confinement farming is when livestock is raised most of their lives or all their lives in a cage. They are born in a cage, they grow up in a cage, usually with several other animals in one cage. They are provided all the food and water they need, and because the farmer is feeding a large amount of animals, the food that they are given is usually not the best quality. It may contain hormones, antibiotics, and other animal byproducts. These animals are also not allowed to move very much because they're all in one little cage together, and so these together will decrease the quality of meat for human consumption. It makes the meat a little fattier, and when humans consume fatty meat, they can develop cardiovascular issues such as hypertension or dyslipidemia, and those can have severe consequences down the road. These animals are safe from the weather. They're not in the rain or the storms or the cold. However, they don't have any room to exercise and they don't see the sunshine. They also don't have any room to escape aggressive pen mates, and so they may become mutilated or harmed, and the farmer may not know it because there's so many animals in one place. They are vaccinated and given antibiotics because disease in this situation can spread very quickly among the animals. Now, most people associate antibiotics in their meat as bad, and there has been discussion about it, whether it can cause early puberty in girls, and I know that this has been an ongoing discussion for several years. These confinement feedlot type farms also produce large amounts of animal waste and feces and urine and other byproducts, and it gets thrown into nature in large amounts at one time. It can leach into the ground, get into the water systems, and contaminate our rivers, lakes, and even drinking water. I know that as a kid, I would swim in these creeks, and now I can't do that anymore because the chicken farms have contaminated them. And free-range farming now, this is when a livestock or animal lives and is born and raised outside. They are usually confined to a field or a pasture, but they have a large, vast area to roam. The animal is provided with food. There's usually ponds and streams for them. If not, they are provided with water. The food that the animal is given is usually better quality in this case. And since the animal is allowed to exercise and roam, the meat quality on these animals are a little better. They have a leaner meat with not as much fat, and that is better for humans to eat. They are not provided safety against weather or temperature or things like that, but they do have natural shelters such as the trees, maybe a cliff overhang, or maybe the farmer provided one. They're also not as likely to be given vaccines or antibiotics because if an animal is diseased or sick, the farmer can usually separate it and quarantine it from the rest of the herd, so there's no need to vaccinate the whole group. They can also run and escape aggressive animals and predators, and they get to enjoy the outside, the sunshine, and are usually healthier and happier because of this. So the benefits of switching to free range. There's a small amount of evidence that suggests meat from free range tastes better. I think that is up to interpretation, but because of the exercise, the better quality of food, and the outside, the animals are less stressed, they're allowed to make companions, and they're just generally happier, and I think that meat is better for human consumption. It's better for the environment as well, as free-range farming does not produce the waste that confinement farming produces. Yes, there is still some waste, but it is not all pushed into nature at one time, and so nature takes care of it herself. So I think that buying free range and supporting our local farmers is great because it's better for us, it is better for the environment, and it is better for the animals. Here are my references, and if there's any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you.